Hello, beautiful people. Wanted to spend a few minutes talking to you about our minds and how important it is to first recognize who you are or who you've become, and maybe what needs to be adjusted before you proceed forward. So, first, when you're growing up, you're being molded by your parents, by your family, by your friends, by your experiences. And so when you get older, you basically are a culmination of everything that you've experienced, right? And so when you meet someone, they may ask you if you're prejudiced. And the first thing you're going to say, of course, no, because I'm not prejudiced. But we all have prejudices, and we all have likes and dislikes, right? And biases. You may like Ford trucks versus Chevy trucks. If you notice, I'm speaking very quickly because I want you guys to get the whole point that I'm trying to make. And so when you go through the law enforcement interviews, one of the questions they may ask you is, are you prejudiced, right? And you have to understand that you have to respond that everyone has prejudices, but when it comes to everyone, I treat them as an individual rather than a group. And so this allows you to explain how, you may like Chevy trucks versus Ford trucks or vice versa, right? This past week, it's been a great week for me. 3 students became police officers, 2 students became correctional officers, and that's only the ones that I heard from. So congratulations to them, and I hope they go out there and are safe in their performance, and always know that you can reach out to me and continue asking me for advice. Before I hang up, I'm going to tell you, as I record this video, we're in the middle of the pandemic still. We're still dealing with COVID, and so far 230,000 Americans have died due to this virus, and so it's nothing to mess around with. But let me spend a few minutes talking to you about your mindset. Earlier I told you about your mind, and I started with the conversation with that you're a culmination of everything that people brought you up to believe, right? And you have to recognize that early on in your life, because you may think that you're acting like yourself, but you basically are a copy of your parents, of your family, of your friends, and all the influences they made upon you when you were growing up. So why am I telling you, why is it so important for me to tell you about your mind in this video? Years ago, and you could look this up, I don't know exactly the name, but years ago, someone created this religion that eventually turned out to be a cult. And a lot of people, followed that cult, followed that religion. And you could look it up. If you want to ask me in the comments, I could try to research for you. But pay attention, it's very important. So anyway, these people really believed in this religion, and they really believed in this cult. And the leader of that cult told everyone that basically they had to drink poison because, other people were going to take over the religion or whatever. And so all these people, first the parents gave that poison to the children, and then they drank it themselves. And so by the time others found them, there were hundreds of people dead because someone had planted a thought in their mind about how important it was they needed to drink poison. And why, as a college professor, I'm bringing this up to you. Some of you are so hardcore in your personal beliefs that you're willing to swallow anything. You're willing to swallow lies. You're willing to swallow conspiracy theories. You're willing to swallow whatever. But the reality is, you only have one life to live. This is it. This is the one that's physical on the planet. You only have one life to live. And so be careful about how much information you're swallowing and how much it's affecting your mind. I talk to students every week throughout the year who are basically dealing with doubts, are dealing with struggling to succeed in college, struggling in life, trying to meet everybody else's expectation. And I spend quite a bit of time talking to them about how important it is to have a positive mindset, to listen to motivational videos, to listen to my videos, to reach out to me for assistance, guidance, mentorship, right? Many of them do. Many of them listen to these videos and say, gosh, Brian, you're always upbeat. You're always focused. You want us to be the best of the best. But then others, because of their parents, they're listening to the news. Notice I'm shaking my head. I hope you're paying attention. They're listening to the news. They're listening to these talk radios, AM talk radios, about all these conspiracy theories. I've mentioned this before. And why am I mentioning it again? Because it's so important. Because look at the example I used earlier. And you don't have to remember what religion that was or what cult it was, but it's in the history books. These people made their kids drink poison, and then they drank the poison, and then they all died because they all believed in one thing, and it turned out that it was a lie. That one thing they believed in was a lie. All these people died based off a lie, because of a lie. So you got to be really careful, because if you are into those conspiracy theories, if you're a person who is all you listen to is one side, you're so close to losing your mind, right? Because if you get to the point where you believe that, oh my gosh, there's no other way but to harm myself. You hear people every year committing suicide, and you ask them, or you ask their families, what happened? And a lot of them say that their mental illness got to the point where they believed that was the best thing to do, because they just couldn't believe anything else. Like they were in pain. They believed, whatever, right? Some crazy thoughts. Mental illness is crazy. But I want you to know, as a college professor, that every single one of you is moldable. I know that because I see you in the beginning of the semester and I see you at the end. You guys start in the beginning of the semester in my classes, and a lot of you are one-sided, and then by the end of the semester you realize that there's a whole bunch of different sides in this world to every topic. So the motto of the story, right, the moral, the whole corpus delicti, if you're going to use law enforcement terms, right, the whole body of it is for you to take care of yourself and to not waste time on things that are not going to make you successful, to not waste time on conspiracy theories, to not become a duplicate of who your parents were and who your grandparents were. The world is changing and you have to change with it. You can't be the same person you were 10 years ago. Just look at the pictures of the clothes that you wore 10 years ago. That should be a reminder that you should not stay in that position. We always evolve, we grow, we respond to change, right? So the recent thing that I want to mention, I usually don't mention this, but I'm going to mention, we have a new president getting ready to start. There's a lot of people on both sides that, some are really happy and supporting this president. Others are just angry because they wish the other president would have won. But the reality is that life is going to continue here in America, that we're going to continue to work on our careers and our goals and our life dreams, and that you play a key part in how successful you're going to become. You need to look at the mirror in the morning, regardless of who's president, regardless of how economy is, and you need to be the one to tell yourself, to motivate yourself. Tell yourself, don't waste time on conspiracy theories. Don't waste time listening to talk radio. Don't waste time listening to the news. Decide what career you're going to go, and then do everything you need to do to go after it, right? Work hard on your dreams. Work harder on those dreams, career dreams, than you do at your current job. So that's pretty much it. I'm ending the video now, okay? So I want you to ponder on those thoughts right before I finish the video. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Please share and partake the video with other people who may be able to use this advice. There are a ton of law enforcement job positions out there, a ton. I can't even stress enough how many there are. I have students who listen to my advice. Many of them listen to my advice and they become super successful. I have other students who listen to my advice, but they never take up on the advice and they go back to their old ways. And I hope you're not it. So listen, we're happy, we're alive, we have our health. And so I want you to stay focused on the positive. I want you to work hard on yourself. Reach out with any questions or concerns. I respond to most of the comments, unless it's from the haters. I don't respond to hater comments. I decided that I'm not going to go there. And so that's it. Until the next video, take good care of yourself, and please wear a mask and social distance. I love you guys. Take care.